Shalom, family. I hope everybody is doing well this afternoon. I have a clip. It's going to be audio, but you're going to see a picture of these two interacting. One is a Jamaican man, and the other one is a Latino man. And it gets to a point where he just straight up and asks, why don't you hire black men? And this Latino man fired off every stereotype you can think of. Now, he's got his own business because, see, in this country, they'll give a person like him an opportunity to open up their own business. But as we, as black men and women, if we go to the same source that he got his business through, they would have every excuse on why they can't give it to you. And it was two things in here. Number one, you're going to hear him rattle off all this stuff about black men being difficult and they give you a hard time on jobs and stuff. You know what? I bet you I've been out in the workforce longer than him. And what he's describing, I did not see. I saw a lot of hardworking Black men and women out here and saw them out here working for years. All of this complaining, trust me, them folks complain a hell of a lot more on jobs than we ever did. And I know this firsthand. I seen it with my own two eyes. If anybody complains on the job a lot, it's them folks. Okay. Nobody complains on a job more than they do. And that is a fact. Number two, when they're asked to work overtime, they run right on out the door. As soon as the clock strikes 5, they got their coats on and they're out the door. And used to think it was laughable that someone would approach them to work overtime. Oh no, I don't do overtime. Oh no. If anything, the Black men and women would stay and work overtime. That's what I saw. And number two, when they come in late, and I saw them come in late, them folks, they still expect to get paid and not get docked. I've seen that too. They'll walk in the door 10, 15 minutes late. I had to take my kids to school. I had to do this and do that, and still expect a full pay and not be docked. You know, I've seen that too. But it's funny how we got that stigma, but it's a whole different group of people that be doing all that whining. I just find that interesting. And he wouldn't dare say anything about it. Another thing in the interview, besides him complaining about Black men, the guy that's interviewing him is a dark-skinned Jamaican. Now, I have a still shot of them because, and I just got the audio of what he's saying. So I want to make that very clear. He's a dark-skinned Jamaican man, and this Latino man is standing there saying, "No, you're Latino." And he says, "No, I'm Black. I'm a Black man." "No, you're Latino." And I say, he doing the same thing them folks do to us. What do they tell us? "Oh, y'all are a bunch of Hamites." See, that's why I oppose people that don't look like us tell us who we are. I think we all need to reject that. All of us. You never let a person, because that person got a hateful, evil agenda. That's why they're telling you you're the worst of the worst, because they got an agenda. And it's a sinister agenda. You don't allow it. And every now and then when they would get in my face, I would shut them down immediately. If you don't look like me, you ain't going to tell me nothing about who I am. You shut that mess down. Don't you ever let them sit up in your face talking about you're a Hamite and all that. Don't you ever let them do that and get away with it. And this Latino guy did the same thing, told the Jamaican guy he's Latino. And he says, "No, I'm not Latino. I'm Jamaican. I'm a Black man." "Oh, no, you're Latino. You're Latino." Now, the Jamaican guy spoke fluent Spanish. And I don't show you the beginning of the audio because the whole beginning is in Spanish. You know, the Jamaican guy and the Latino guy are both speaking back and forth in Spanish. So I cut that part out and I went to the part where they're speaking in English. So that's the part you're going to hear when I play it. But I said, Lord, I was like, wow, they do the same thing them folks do. How you going to tell somebody what they are? And he stood there and told you, "I am Black. I am Black." Oh, wow. This stuff is deep. When you really consider the things that we have to go through, and it's just like we were all saying, you know, these folks come here already with biases about us. And it's bad enough we got groups of people, several of them in this country, that go out of their way to make sure life is difficult for us. This spot at the bottom is not a natural phenomenon. It is very manufactured. It's very manufactured. And now you got a completely group of people that weren't even born on this soil. And they came to crap on us too. So let me go ahead and share the screen. I want y'all to hear this. I want you to hear this. Okay, now this interview took place in New Jersey. It was around the Newark, Jersey City area. And when you look at the background, that's what the houses look like around in that area, you know. So it really don't matter where they're from. It's about what he said. Yeah. And look at the folks coming here. They're not interested in working. They're out here knocking over stores, burglarizing, panhandling, prostituting and everything. And you going to sit there and try to judge us? Really? For real? You doing all this stuff, got crime rings already formed, but see, this is America's fault. It's America's fault because you opened up the floodgate. You don't care who these people are. These folks could have been mass murderers in Central and South America. And because you don't vet people, you let them right in here. You let them in here. Okay, now you're doing all this stuff and you got the nerve to try to look down your nose at us? I mean, just the nerve of people all around us. They got a lot of nerve. All right, let me go ahead and play this. Can everybody see the screen? Please give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Please give me a 1. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And again, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my podcast, please make sure you get over there because I'm going to have different videos over there from my regular channel. That's going to be more of an opinion. It's not going to be quite like what I do on my channel where I'm going over an article. I'm not really going over any articles. I'm talking about things going on and just giving my commentary. So it's slightly different. All right. Thank you, everybody. Let me go ahead and play the audio.
That when you guys are legal, like you, for example, and you have a company, you won't hire nobody, especially black people. Is that true?
No.
Have you ever?
It doesn't matter race. If you want to work, work it for anybody.
All right, I beg to differ that because I've seen a lot of Hispanic with businesses. Hold on. I've seen a lot of Hispanic with businesses, and I don't see any black people working with them.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
Black America, they're really difficult to deal with.
Respect.
Number one.
Yes.
They're kind of difficult. If you don't know the flow, the way they move.
Black American is difficult to work with.
If you know how to, I know them. You have to know the person, how it is and how they're thinking. Because you have a conversation depending on how the person is.
You're coming straight. The sun is kind of.
Because I'm going to let you know.
Yes.
They're America. They have paper, okay?
Yes.
When you hire them, they know they're right. When you say do this, they get mad. They're strong. They're America.
I can't see you. Come on. So, I want you to say that again. What you say about it? Tell me now.
America.
Black Americans.
They're America. They know they're right.
How about Jamaicans?
Jamaica's Latino. It is different.
No, we're not Latino, really. We're black, just like that.
No. Excuse me. It's black by color. We all color. Black is American. Black. We all black.
Yes.
Being in Jamaica, you are Latino because you Latin. You move from another country. By the way, immigrant. Anyway, it's not about that. Black America.
Yes.
They angry when they go to work. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Yes. Let me hear the truth.
You tell them do this. They always they can do it, but they give you pay. You bring a Latino, they don't have no paper.
But,
They say
but one thing, you wouldn't expect somebody who is a citizen here work for a little bit of money like you guys. You wouldn't expect that. That's not fair to them.
because but that's why they need to go get a job. They get prepared. You know, if you know you're right. Why you still in that position?
But I heard that you guys will not work for less than $200 a day. Is that true?
Okay, yes I do. You go to McDonald's, you need a $15-20 to you get a meal. How can you work when you have 3 kids and you pay $1,000 rent a month, 3 kids to feed it, clothes, shoes, right to go to school, babysitter when they get out of school.
True, but beggars.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do with $100? $100 is nothing. So you catch it up, it's gone.
I believe you but beggars are not choosers. If you don't have the right papers to work, then you should be able to choose.
Listen, that's just back in the 80s. We not a slave. It doesn't matter you got a paper, legal or not legal, working is work. You still want to go to work, you still want to go through. It is the right for everything. Longer you work, you get paid. You're supposed to get paid the right money, no matter what. Paper, no paper. Because it's your life and life is time. Your time is your life.
True, but so you don't think that the migrants crisis is affecting New Jersey?
Let me tell you something. To the government.
Yeah.
Boy, they need to figure it out. They give you paper. Total people, they coming new from the legally. They don't have no crime in the United States. They don't have no crime. They never go to court, but they might a lot of them criminal. And they open the door. They have people here. They've been working for over 20 years. And they know who they are. Why they don't give it the paper to the people here? Why they give it to the paper? People that coming. Those people that come and they got more right, and the people that been working all his life been here and they don't got
But
legally.
remember, you have a lot of people who apply legally and waiting to get green card legally. So they can't just give people come in like that.
They need to think better. People that lose all the energy here and they don't got no right. They get locked up or even ticket Valencia or anything, they go report it. And those people that come and they giving all the Venezuela, they be destroying New York.
Yeah.
They're giving all the paper, they're giving place to stay, they're giving social. You have people here, they've been working for 15, 20 years and nobody recognize them. The government, they don't even see them.
Now, you heard him, right? He said Black men are difficult. Black people are difficult. And if a Black man demands a certain salary, he's difficult. But this man said he wants $200 a day. So what you're saying is it's okay for your Latino ass to expect a certain income. But if a Black man who was born and raised here asks for a certain income, he's difficult. You hear this BS? You hear this garbage? Yeah. People like him round his ass up and get him the hell up on out of here. No, this is unbelievable. So a migrant that comes here has determined a Black man, he's too difficult to work with, so don't hire him at all. Know what? See, when they come out and say stuff like this, the feds should go in there and come down on their ass, just like they would any other business that refused to hire a Black man or a Black woman. The feds ain't doing their jobs up in here. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Anybody that openly say they won't hire a Black person, and this guy got every stereo, oh, he's difficult. They're difficult. Then the feds need to come in on these people. Okay? You got federal laws in place that's against what he just said. And if he's going to be here in this country as an immigrant, he's got to abide by the law. So you can't be picky and choosy when it comes down to hiring. And this is exactly what he's coming out in the open and saying. But I think he got a lot of nerve. You, in one instance, a Black man, oh, he wants X amount of money and he's too difficult. And then he says, well, you guys won't work for no more than less than $200 a day. Well, that's right. That's right. We got stuff to pay for. What, a Black man don't have stuff to pay for? They got rent too. They got to eat too. They probably got kids too. But it's okay for you. You see this garbage? You know, no, but it just goes to show you how far and wide racism really truly goes. And this Jamaican guy is calling him out. He got a business. There are no black people working at his business. Everybody working at his business are Latino. And won't hire a black man because he said they too difficult. How much you want to bet? He probably never even worked around black men the whole time he been here. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Mm-hmm. These people got a lot of nerve, y'all. This is the world we live in. This is what they are importing in this country. And when they get here, they already got a problem with us. Even in New York, those illegal migrants that are committing all these crimes, and they got the nerve to have issues with black folk. Yeah, they want 1,000 a week. But if a black man says he wants a certain amount, and maybe because he got the experience and know the job or know how to manage that particular job, he is difficult. A black man, I guess a black man is too difficult and he can't have the income he needs to live off of. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, y'all. Here's the link for anybody that want to come up. If you got a comment, you can come on the panel. Just copy and paste the link if you can't click on it. Copy and paste the link if you can't click on it. Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. See, they do. If you're going to come over here with those kind of attitudes, especially towards the black population, yeah, they need to get their ass the hell up on out of here then. That ain't, and I'm getting sick of Israelites. And let me get this out. I'm getting sick and tired of certain Israelites that are telling me these hateful immigrants are our brothers and sisters. Even the ones that are coming out and telling you they don't like black people, you're telling me that's Issachar and I'm supposed to love them. Y'all need to go somewhere. And I want y'all out of my comment section. If you see those kind of people coming from now on, I want my moderators to block them. I want them the hell up on out of here. And I really, truly mean it. If you are a moderator, when you see that, I want you to get these people the hell up on out of here, for real. I don't want them in my comment section. Alone, Trayvon Jones. Can you hear me? Trayvon, can you hear me? Hi, your mic is breaking up really bad.
Hi.
All right, Trayvon, you got a really slow feed and your mic is breaking up. I'm going to give you a chance to get it together and then I'll bring you back. Nurse Shay, shalom, welcome to the panel.
Hi, Miss Lisa. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say that you're right. I hear a lot of Israelites say, there are brothers and sisters, but I'm like this. Where are the Afro Latinos, the Afro Mexicanos?
Mhm.
Those I would think are our brothers and sisters before the ones practicing anti-Black hatred towards us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But this whole replacement theory is not going to work because they come into our country and they put on a fake face to get these jobs and these free resources, food stamps, free health care, and they're going to turn around and demand more. The crime, it's just a matter of time before their true face shows.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I've done videos, Nurse Shay, and as soon as they get off the bus, the crimes start. They start the moment their foot hits the soil.
Yep.
I mean, and if you think they're going to stop, you got another thought coming. It's not going to stop.
No, it's only going to get worse. And we as Israelites, we have to stick closer together because we are going to come under a lot of scrutiny.
But
So we have to be on the lookout and get closer. But
exactly.
thank you, Miss Lisa. I love your content.
Oh, thank you. And you're more than welcome to come back to the panel.
All right, thank you.
Hmm. All right, let's try this again. Trayvon Jones, are you there? Trayvon Jones, are you there?
Say
Okay. I mean, you're
something.
still breaking up really bad, and I really can't understand what you're saying. No, I really can't. Your mic is breaking up really bad. All right. I'm gonna take you down. You can try one more time, okay? All right. Okay, Mela.
Yes, yes.
Hi. Shalom. How are you?
Shalom. Very well. I wanted to announce, having grown up in Chicago, I know the dynamics of segregation. However, I was able to, how can I put this, deal with them, right? Deal with the Hispanic community. They
Mhm.
are all about dominating everybody. It's not just about, American Black people. It's about being prominent in this country because they hold a resentment that this continental United States was once Hispanic, as far as they claim. They have the periodicals like, the Raza, or, it's really deep. When you examine it in Chicago, how they are all about themselves. They will support each other even if they do wrong. So when these immigrants come, and we all know that Chicago is a sanctuary city, right? So
Mhm.
when they come in, regardless as to whether or not they are low down criminals, they will be harbored. They will be harbored.
Mhm.
And it has provided a lot of despair to many communities outside of the segregated areas that they harbor them in. It's really terrible. I don't know what they're doing in Chicago to as what they do in New York. I think New York is putting their foot down, because I just tuned in. I apologize, but I think New York is putting their foot down, and I'm wondering if Chicago's going to do the same thing.
Well,
But
they should. They should because
it's a sanctuary city,
yeah,
Miss Lisa. I don't know how they can get away with that.
I don't know how they can either. I think something as serious as something like that. I believe that deserves a vote among the citizens. I don't believe your politician should come into office and then make that determination without the citizens having a say so. But that seems to be the case all across the country. The politicians decided this place is going to be sanctuary, and that's it. And it's almost like it's nothing you can do or say that's going to change it.
Yeah, it's very distressing to people in Chicago already,
But
and now there's this influx.
right, but I understand why you're doing it because look at what happened in Los Angeles. They got in the Black community and one by one started running the Black families out. So I understand why the people in Chicago are fighting like hell.
Yes.
Nobody wants a repeat of what happened in Los Angeles. Everybody's fighting.
Yes. Time will tell. And thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I know you got people to look after, and I'm an admirer. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Shalom. Keisha Miles, welcome to the panel. Shalom. Keisha, are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how are you? Shalom.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Keisha.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, hi. I don't understand why the immigrants got more rights than we have. If
Mhm.
they're so fabulous, why don't they make it work in their country?
Exactly. All right. You got to turn whatever you got on, you got to turn it down.
And instead of thinking black people, we the reasons why they can come over here, because if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be able to come over here.
Yeah.
They're ungrateful and they need to go back home to their country where they belong.
Yes. I agree. Especially if they're going to come with all these biases against the Black community, then I got a problem with them. And we got to stop acting like this is isolated. No, this is a
Yes, I do. I'm in the Detroit area and they're starting to come here now and it's getting to be bad.
yeah, yeah. And I heard, I just want to say this. I heard a couple of YouTubers say, "Oh yeah, but that's only a few of them that are like that." No, this is very prevalent, y'all. These biases that they got against the Black community, it's a very prevalent thing. This is not isolated. Is there anything else you would like to?
Yes, I also, if they're so great, why don't they go to because we have a Mexican town in the Detroit area. Why don't they go there instead of going to the Black community? They should go to Mexican town, which is Southwest Detroit. They need to go over there with their people.
But you know what, teacher, they don't even want them. They don't want them people either.
No, they don't.
And that's the thing. A lot of the Latino communities that are already established, they don't even want these folks.
I hate to say it, but Trump was right about that. One thing I must say, Trump kept them immigrants in line. So I hate to say it, Trump need to be back president just to get rid of them.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's going to be one of the first things he will do if he gets back in office. All right, Keisha, thank you so much for coming on the panel. And as usual, you are more than welcome to come back.
Thank you so much, Lisa. You have a good day.
You too. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Armageddon 026, but you're not connected. All right. Jacoby Demissy.
Yeah, you got it right, Lisa.
Okay. How are you? And shalom.
Shalom, ma'am. So I'm from Portland, Oregon, so I'm seeing what's going down, and I do have relatives in Chicago. And the reason why they're probably getting away with a lot of this is because the way those sanctuary city laws are written, they're pretty much almost ironclad. And we're seeing it in real time. It's like if we did the same things that they did, we'd be in jail, getting our asses whooped, getting shot, getting all types of things thrown on us. But they're allowed to do this, and it's unfortunately, we're going to have to take it to the streets and start fighting because this is what it's led up to. Our politicians have failed us. The Congressional Black Caucus has failed us, which I don't look up to. But this is one of their jobs they're supposed to do, and they totally failed because this is Chicago. New York is a lost cause. Chicago is the last standing for Black hope, in my opinion, because if Chicago falls, we all fall. I know what they did up here in Portland. It was a probably dominant Black community up in Northeast Portland, and then they call it urban renewal. Vera Katz, and then I didn't understand what it was because I was too stupid to understand. Now I understand why. My grandma's the only one who lives in Northeast Portland on 20th in Alberta.
Mhm.
Maybe a few black. There was one lady, Miss Johnson, and then she had some type of Alzheimer's or dementia, and she fell back on her property tax. They took her house.
Mhm.
So we're like 1% of the population here now in Portland. So I see what is happening and I see what's going on. And the next time you get Brandon Johnson out of office, the folks in Chicago, really have to put their foot in their asses and stop because see, they like, oh yeah, you just yelling, oh yeah, you just not going, oh yeah, it was a blowover. They must not know about Black Americans how they get down. They keep doing this, it's going to be something that they don't want.
Yeah.
And so I support I support my black folks. I support foundational Black Americans because this shit is wrong. It's totally wrong because they have no business being up here, Lisa.
Mhm.
Lisa, I'm waiting for my fiance to come over from Ethiopia. I have to do all the paperwork. I have to go to an attorney. I have to pay all the processing fees, and I'm still not done. But they
Mhm.
get to come over here.
Yeah,
They don't take. So she has to take a medical evaluation. She passed. They don't take no medical evaluation.
no, apparently not.
And so, the shit's wrong. What they do to black folks here, man. My grandma's from Alabama, but she's a diehard Democrat. I try to tell her, but she, what's gonna happen. My mom said she's sitting on the couch this season. My mom said
Mhm.
the couch. Me and my mom had to talk about this, and I said, they still trying to scare us with Biden. I said, I lived through Reagan when I was a child, Senior Bush when I was a kid, Bill Clinton, Junior Bush, Donald Trump, no, Obama, Donald Trump. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, Lisa? I'm like,
You
this
know what?
nothing's.
If you remember back, if you lived through Reagan, remember when Reagan gave the Cubans amnesty?
I was a child at that time, but I lived through most of that. Yeah,
Yeah, they became citizens with the stroke of a pen.
yeah. If you can make it here on the, then yeah, then just like that, and that's the problem.
And
That's the
that's
problem.
what a lot of people are believing that's what Biden's going to do. It's just one day out of the blue, we're going to hear that he's giving all of these people coming across that border amnesty.
Yeah. Well, it's, I mean, even if Trump gets into office, it's going to be a hell to try to figure out all these because they're all supposed to be asylum seekers, right?
Right.
So by the time they get social security cards, because Afro, shout out to Afro Elite, he pulled out the bulletin that some 700 of them already got social security cards. So if they get social security cards, and they can vote. If
Yeah.
they got ID, they can vote.
They said the first day the Ukrainians stepped foot in America, they all got Social Security.
Yeah, and the thing about they knock on Putin all the time, but Putin was like warning about those. They got that neo-Nazi behavior over in
They sure
Ukraine,
do.
and
Mhm.
he was really trying to put a stop to that. I'm not saying that, but you got to call it reality because I do try to watch, geopolitics, and it's like, so now you have 500,000 Ukrainians coming over here, and now you're giving them non-government jobs to be a police officer.
Mhm.
Did anybody see this was, did everybody see what's happening here?
Oh, yeah.
You are a visitor. Now, in my opinion, what I'm seeing, I'm just a visitor.
Mhm.
I'm just a visitor in my own country,
Mhm.
and I don't even get to. When I was making $27,000 a year, they told me I make too much money to get free medical. It pissed me off. It made me go want to work harder, but they give shit to people who don't even earn it. And then when you need help, you don't. He's like, you're on your own, buddy.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? That's why I laugh at that pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Yeah,
Their entire history don't even reflect that.
yeah, and truth be
Okay,
told,
their whole history do not reflect pull yourself up by the bootstraps at all.
no, no, not when you chasing people off their land like before Lake Lanier. Not
Mm,
when you are burning down Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then don't want to pay the survivors or their family. Not when you are gentrifying people, redlining people. That's not pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. Yeah, you got to work hard, but you don't work harder than a black man or a black woman. And that is truth to be said. We are the ones who created the bootstraps. We are the ones who had to get it out the mud. And that's no
Absolutely.
knock to that's no knock to anybody else. You do have to work hard to produce something, but you don't have to go through the shit
Yeah,
that
but that's very
everybody
disheartening.
had to go through.
Let me just say this.
Yeah,
Yes, I understand. Yes, people, I believe, do work hard, especially within our community.
correct.
But it's very disheartening when you work 10, 20, 30 years and you
Yeah.
got people that cross the border and they get more consideration and more money from the government and more help. They get a roof over their head and everything that you had to literally go out here and work for, they're getting it handed to them. And but
Yeah.
then when we say something, these folks, these laughable folks that been at the top try to tell us everything is fair and racism is over. I
And
mean, the gall to even open your mouth and say such a thing.
well, Lisa, yeah, it is, and that's good. Where that means if we're offended, that means we're on the right track. That means no more of this just looking the other way. It is what it is. That's what I see now that kind of got us into trouble, and not you. That, oh, if we take things, you know, on the cheek, that people will love us and will respect us. No, people respect power and dominance.
Yeah.
And
Well,
if you don't, and unfortunately, we're gonna have just like that joke comedian who said, "I wouldn't have kneeled on George Floyd's neck. I would have shot that nigga." That's
mhm.
just that's not funny.
No, it's not.
And what does that have to do with this? So what I'm saying is, people are getting tired of turning the cheek. When you stop playing around with people, they'll stop playing around with you.
Absolutely.
And they do this because you don't take it seriously. Yeah, you created it. So what? That's how they look at it. Yeah, you have Martin Luther King. So what? We took it. That's how they look at it. Because if you're not willing to cherish and protect your culture, your what you have, then there's no reason for people to respect you. There's no reason for people to do anything for you. But this is a new generation. This is a new generation in what I've seen in my lifetime that they're going to have to pick up the slack, unfortunately, and trying to make this right because our old generation it failed us, and now we have to fix it in our own way, and that's by staying on code and understanding. And another thing, I'll leave this here and I'm going to finish this out. They're going to get rid of Black history in out of the schools no matter what. Be way before they get rid of gay stuff. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's fine. Start getting the books. Start getting the books. Order the books. Order Dr. Francis Quest Wilson. Order Dr. Claude Anderson. Get as many African American books you can in your home and start teaching your children.
I
That's
agree.
the only thing you can do. And peace
Yes.
out, Lisa.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shalom.
So long.
Armageddon. How
Hello,
you
can you hear
doing?
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Um, I'm a big fan, but what I had to say was, I I was in the military for 7 years, and one thing I noticed was a lot of the crime that they have over in those countries
Mhm.
are way worse than what they have here. Like, for
Yes.
example, if
Yes.
they were cutting off people's heads at the border,
Mhm.
Zetas, and then they had like, where they would, a judge sentenced your brother to 20 years. They killed a judge. I mean, they had them kind of crimes over there. And
Right. And you're right. And that incident where they fought the police, they do that in their countries all the time. They fight the police in their countries. That's why when they fought those NYPD officers, you got to realize they come from an environment where they do fight cops like that.
yes, yes, and you see it in their soccer games and just different. That was one year where the the one of the goalies missed a goal, right, and they end up beating him up at his mama's house or something. It's they
Mhm.
do things like that, and it's nothing to them. It's nothing, and I really doubt the police was really even looking those guys that beat up that cop, because you know how lazy they are until it comes to us. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, but the main thing also is, you know, they have a lot of the I'm trying to think of the word for it. You, I think a lot of those countries, like, underage is like legal down there, you know,
Oh
compared
yeah.
to us up here. And
Mm.
that's why you see a lot of them charged with those kind of crimes. I mean, I just hope that our family stays safe, and you
Mm-hmm.
know, because we're dealing with a whole nother animal, and they did this on purpose against us. You
Yes.
know, this was pre-planned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely it is.
You know,
Yes.
remember that movie? I don't know if y'all saw that, Black Panther 2 or whatever. I think they was trying to. They was meant to pit them against us, but you know how they are. They figure, huh? They ain't got the money. Y'all got the money, so we're going after you. You know?
Mm-hmm. And they are targeting them a lot more,
Yeah.
especially up there in New York. And see, that's why I'm saying at the end of the day, this is all going to backfire on them. It really
Yes.
is. It's already backfiring on them. You got
Yes.
to think about it. Them two NYPD cops that they got at, those were two white cops.
Yeah.
Okay. Those were not black NYPD cops. Those were white cops that they fought and kicked in the head and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're they're dealing with a whole nother animal. They didn't think that that would happen. You know, they figure, huh? We'll take their resource, and then the blacks, and they'll be fighting, while, you know, the divide and conquer mentality kind of thing. You know.
Yes. Yes. And like I said, they come here with the attitude of, you owe us. Look what America did to our countries. So we just gonna come and take from you. They're not talking about working. They're not,
No.
they said very few of them are seeking work permits. The vast majority of them want to be taken care of. So you're not bringing y'all. I mean, the media in this country can keep talking about amnesty all you want. The bottom line is you ain't getting the working class of people that you think you're going to get, because they're saying the majority of them are like, I ain't working, I'm living off of this system. So they
Hmm.
didn't come to work.
Or they're, what's it call it? They're doing those little cartel networking kind of stuff. You know,
Mhm.
ventures.
Oh,
And
well, one of them that was in charge of the moped ring where they were stealing I'm sorry, iPhones out of people's hands on the street. They
yes,
said this leader of that ring said the crime ring is so big, it's huge, that they got
already.
established already. They said it's huge and it's probably thousands of people involved in it. But see, this is America's fault. This is what happens when you don't enforce nothing and you let any and everybody across the border. Like I said, for all they know, they let some mass murderers up in here and
Yeah.
didn't even care to vet nobody.
And let it be one of us, you know, of jaywalking. They want to pile up on us and be, you know, or put, or your tag lights out, step out the car, you know, and act like that towards us, you know, what you got in your car, but they ain't treating those migrants like that.
Hell no, they're not. Barely want to touch them.
And you know, we already had pandemics with, what's it called, that you know, that you know what I mean, that virus, and then the monkeypox, and you know, there's other diseases out there, you
Yes.
know, that you know, they can bring back smallpox again. I mean, you don't know what is coming through there.
Hmm. Yeah. And see, if something happens or some type of attack, they'll be all over the media. How did this happen? Are you kidding me? How did it happen?
Yeah, yeah,
For real?
yeah. Yeah, they act like, oh, yep, they do that all the time. You know, throw the rock and hide the hand. I think that's what they call it.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a lot worried about, you know, the disease X thing, because you know, they got some stuff out there that we're not used to, and plus, remember down there, you know, their water is you know, we can't drink that water. It make us sick as a dog down there.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
they they got stuff down there that You know, it could cause another pandemic so fast. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like they're the cleanest people. I mean, look at the look what they did at New York Park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, as long as they are here, this is how it's going to be. It's going to change the whole dynamics of what crime is in America. It's going to change everything.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Lisa. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for being here. Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here again. If you did not get a chance to get over to my new podcast channel, please make your way over there and subscribe, because I'm not going to have the same material on my main channel. The only thing that might be similar is the live streams, but as far as the videos, they will be different. Shalom, family.